Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Mandy Jean Chic. I wanted to do a special video for you guys because it's been requested, but I finished my MAC Pro palette, both sides of my eyeshadows. Now for anybody who is still working on their palettes, you know how long this can take unless you just buy them all at once, which is expensive. I have been working on this for over a year. Now, I've also bought a lot of other MAC products during that year too, so this was just when I wanted new eyeshadows type thing. But what I want to do in this video is I want to show you guys how I organize them, my little cheat sheet cards, and then show you guys the colors with swatches. So this is the first time I've ever made a video where I'm going to be like cutting kind of back and forth. So bear with me here if this video is not that great, but I hope it's going to be awesome for you guys. The Pro palette holds 30 eyeshadows, and they are right now $8 at MAC for either the double-sided, which is what I have, or the single ones. The inserts are $2. A lot of girls don't get the inserts. I like the inserts because it keeps them all neat and organized. You can fit more eyeshadows in your palette if you don't use the inserts. But space wasn't the concern for me. I wanted them to not chip and stay nice for a long time. Each of these shadows are $10 a piece. Okay, when you buy them in the MAC container like this, they're like between 12 to 15 depending on the store. I think they're 15 now. But you can depot them to put them in your MAC palette, but in my opinion, unless you're gonna like be back to MACing a lot of stuff or whatnot, it's really not worth it for me. I just buy the inserts, the refilled pans, what they call them, or like if there's shadows that are limited edition, I will depot those, which there's a couple in here. Some of them you can't really depot easily, like these multi-dimension eyeshadows, because like I'm so afraid of cracking the shadow. So I'm just going to leave them in the little pots because I can't see the pan in here. But now something else is when you do go back to MAC these, some stores do require you to have the metal pan, some stores do not. I would suggest calling your MAC counter and asking what they accept. My girl, she doesn't require me to have the metal pan. So let me go in here and let me show you kind of how I have these organized, and then I'll go one by one and do color swatches. So what I do is I have these cards here that I made on my computer, and they say my MAC palette, and then they each have a little circle. And what I do is I have them separated by side A and side B, and then I just wrote in the names. Now, if you don't care what the names are, you don't have to do this. The only reason why I do it is because I'm going to be doing some videos with these colors, and I don't want to have to keep prying them out of the palette in order to find out the names. So I just organized them like this. But let me go and show you each one, and then I'll show you guys a color swatch of each one. Okay, this is the first side of my palette, and I'm going to go left to right, second row, and then third row. What I did and how I organized them was I organized them by how I wear them in trios sometimes. So, like I did more darker here, more middle tone here, and lighter here. It's not perfect, but it's just how I grab them. You can organize yours however you want. But this is Brule, Motif, Era, Soft Brown, Mythology, Quarry, Coppering, love Coppering, All the Glitters, Amber Lights, and Brown Script, Swiss Chocolate, Folie, Divine Decadence, which is limited edition, Woodwinked, and Antiqued. Okay, here's some swatches on my arm. The first one starts right here, which these are really light, so you may not be able to see them as well. The first one is Brule, Motif, Era, Soft Brown, and this is Mythology. Quarry, Coppering, there it goes, Coppering, All the Glitters, Amber Lights, and brown script. Okay, starting left to right, Swiss Chocolate, Folie, Divine Decadence, which is limited edition, Woodwinked, and Antiqued. Woodwinked is like one of my all-time favorite colors ever. Starting at the top again, I organized them how I would wear them. Gilty Morsel, which is limited edition, Crystal, not Crystal Avalanche, they have two, Naked Lunch, Shroom, Retrospeck, Star Violet, Shale, Satin Taupe, Club, Greensmoke, Sketch, Shadowy Lady, Smut, Typographic, and Carbon. Okay, these ones are harder to see just because they're my lighter shades. But starting here, this is Gilty Morsel, which is limited edition, Crystal, which is gorgeous but just not showing up, Naked Lunch, which again isn't gorgeous, Shroom, which is a beautiful brow color, and then Retrospeck, which is another gorgeous shimmery color. Okay, starting here, we have Star Violet, Shale, Satin Taupe, which is beautiful. Let me get this in focus here. Okay, after Satin Taupe is Club, Greensmoke, Sketch, Shadowy Lady, Smut, Typographic, and Carbon. Typographic is so pigmented, it's so beautiful. But again, that is my MAC shadows. So that was my MAC palette. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love my MAC eyeshadows. I think that they're wonderful. I love all the colors that I got. I'm working on another palette now, actually. The next palette I'm going to get is going to be more cooler tones and more colors because I do have a lot of neutrals in this palette. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!